video today, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my big secret, which is how I've thrifted 99% of my wardrobe for free. So I've been a Depop user for a really long time. Like, I remember selling things on there maybe in 2014. Possibly I was buying on there in 2013. Possibly I joined in 2012. I don't even really remember, but it has been a really long time. Like back when Depop was completely different and it was more like how Instagram used to be. It was more personal, more social, more of like a small community of people who just liked getting rid of things for fun. RIP the activity tab where you could see what the people you were following were liking and buying. But anyway, nowadays Depop is more of a marketplace, not really individuals selling clothing out of their own closets. Everyone and their grandma is running a vintage store on Depop. So this video is just for us peeps who really don't care about the hype, the tags, or whether or not someone really wore this thing to a high school football game in 1995. Like, if that t-shirt has a hole in the collar, should it really be worth $80? So in this video, hopefully you'll learn how to safely and successfully swap on Depop so that you don't need to fall for those marked up prices. So I'm just gonna lay out the general steps and then I'm gonna like take you guys through each one and kind of just share my thoughts along the way. So for number one, like or save the items that you're interested in, of course. Number two is going to be to message the sellers. Number three is going to be purchasing the item for $1, which is the lowest you can buy something for on Depop. And number four is going to be to mail your item to the other person. And number five is, woo, you got new clothes. Okay, so now for step one. When you're searching on Depop, there are a lot of filters you can use, so you should use them, or else you'll just be looking at thousands of results. Also, you're gonna wanna think about the price point that you're searching for. If you only sell $10 items, then don't set your search for like $50 because no one's going to swap their $50 item for your $10 item. Also, keep in mind the weight of items because the cost of shipping your thing is gonna be the price that you're basically paying for your new item. Like, if someone wants to trade their $10 t-shirt for your $10 boots, it might cost you like 15 bucks to mail them, so really you paid $15 for that t-shirt. So keep that in mind. Some people like to mark on their listings which things are available for swapping and which aren't, so that when someone's looking at your page, they won't be messaging you about those boots. Okay, so for step two, it's gonna be to politely message the seller. Before I get into this, I just wanna say a lot of people nowadays don't swap, don't trade or anything on Depop because they're wanting to minimize their closets, or they had a bad experience, or they're selling things for their friends and family, or they're running an actual storefront. So you need to make sure that you're not just sending off messages to a bunch of people who are gonna send you no in response or aren't going to respond at all. My go-to is just an easy, hey, would you swap? It's nice, it's to the point, and it's not too annoying or intrusive if that person just doesn't do swaps. And speaking of, you should always check someone's profile before asking if they swap. Like, if it says right in their bio, no trades, don't try. Or if it says like in their shop policies posted on their page that they don't do trades, don't try. You might be clogging up their inbox for nothing. And like I just mentioned, it's worth noting that with the influx of real stores on Depop, not everyone is an individual selling clothing from their closet, so don't message like a real brick and mortar store about swapping. They're not going to go into their store, take something off of a rack and send it to you for free. Personally, I just steer clear of anyone with like a verified check mark or anyone who has sort of like a professional looking logo as their profile photo. That's probably not their closet that they're selling. And if someone just doesn't respond to your message, just move along, no harm, no foul. Sometimes if I was really looking for something and I really loved it when I saw it, I will follow up with that person like a week later because Depop has glitches. Like, it kind of has a lot of glitches, and sometimes you don't get notified of messages or your messages get marked as read before you ever opened them. So I'll follow up and just be like, hey, I messaged you a week ago, I don't know if you saw it, but I'm just wondering if you'd be interested in swapping. And like 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't see the message. Thank you for following up. Okay, so for step 3, this is just the logistics of swapping. Depop has changed how it guarantees buyer protection in the last few years, so it is a lot harder to get scammed now, but it can still happen. So first off, always pay through Depop. Don't send someone money on PayPal or Venmo or anything like that. If they ask you to, honestly, that's suspicious. You could report them or you could just move on. $1 is currently the lowest that you can sell something for on Depop. It used to be 10 cents, but of course they need to collect their 10% fee. So currently it's $1. Once you set your item to $1, you're going to set the shipping to my own shipping, which just means that you need to arrange how you're gonna mail your item versus Depop like sending you a shipping label to your email. And then once you've done my own shipping, set that to free shipping, so that when the person buys your item, they are just paying for that $1. For the actual shipping, you can use whatever service you want, or you can just go to the post office. I personally use Shippo, which is the service that Depop uses too. It gives me really great low rates, like much lower than the post office. But before you mail your item, check that person's profile again if you haven't taken a good look at it. Have they sold anything before? Do they have any negative reviews? Maybe you want them to ship to you first, again, just to make sure no one's getting scammed here. Personally, I don't buy items from anyone on Depop who doesn't have any reviews yet. Swapping is a little bit different because I wouldn't be necessarily like losing money, but I would be losing merchandise. So what I do is if I notice they don't have any seller reviews yet, I'll just message them and ask them if they would mind mailing me their item first, and then once I receive it, I'll mail them mine. No one has ever been bothered by this. People are totally understanding because everyone wants to have a fun and good experience here. And of course, then I'm gonna leave them a great 5-star seller review, and it might be their first review, which is gonna help them sell to other customers. Step 4, we pretty much just covered, but you're gonna want to securely package and mail your item off. I would recommend nice packaging. Like, I always package my things the same way so that there's some sort of like brand recognition to my store. But if you just use like a nice tissue paper, maybe like a sticker, throw in some freebies, people are really gonna remember that and they might return to your store. So you could score a repeat customer. The other thing I wanted to mention here is that since I've been on Depop for so long, there are like a handful of users who I regularly swap with, like other people who have similar styles to mine, and I follow them, they follow me. If they see something that I just posted that they like, they'll message me again and be like, hey, do you want to do another swap? And of course they have stuff listed that I'm still interested in, so we do that. Like, I swap a lot of bundles with people. Like, I'm sending them 3 items at a time, they're sending me 3 items at a time. I think that this has worked really well because I put care and effort into sending my swaps along. Like, I'm not just dropping the clothing in a poly mailer and dropping it in a box. The experience is like opening a present when you get it in the mail. I like that experience. I want people to have that experience. So they come back and they want to do more business with me. And that's it. I am not exaggerating when I say that 99% of my wardrobe was thrifted for $1 on Depop. Literally what I'm wearing right now, although I'm not wearing anything fancy, but this top, $1. I'm wearing these shorts, $1. It really makes it easy to have like an evolving personal style, which I do. And it's also especially great if you aren't the type of person who needs instant gratification, and I'm not. If you're willing to message like 20 people about the same item and then wait for a bite, you can literally get anything for $1. There's no reason to go ahead and buy it for full price just because you need it now. Soon I'm going to make a video of my favorite $1 finds just to show you guys that having patience is really worth it. And if that's the kind of thing you'd want to see, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified when I do post that video. Okay, I know this video was really in-depth, but I'm very passionate about sustainable shopping, sustainable fashion, smart thrifting, that kind of thing. And if you are too, I hope I see you back here, and I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.